So yesterday the market went down 5%, which was really disappointing. But I'm hoping today it'll go down like 5 or 10% because I'm going to make so much money. It's taken a while to get here, but I'll explain how. So I'm friends of a friend of a friend of somebody who knows somebody who has a golf resort in Florida, let's just say. And what we want to do is we want to, like any investor, right? We want to get some assets. But how do you get the assets? The problem with the current financial, the current way of the world, right, is you have all these companies and they're listed on the stock exchange and they're in everyone's 401k and they hold these assets. And many of them, make a lot of money, but, they have 100 people managing them and they're surrounded by regulations and stuff like that. And whenever they get into trouble, they just go to their friends at the Fed and they borrow money. It's a racket, it's a cabal. So the cabal in here, there are a couple of cabals. I'm in one cabal, like the cabal that's on the upswings, going on up. And the one that's on the top, the one that leads everything, that cabal is like, we're just going to keep lending ourselves money no matter what. If we have some bad debt, some bad housing, like in 2008, we're just going to take that debt and we're just going to park it on the Fed's balance sheet and get back to business. Like all our businesses are protected by free money if we need it. We're all lending to each other. It's like the SNL skit a long time ago with Eddie Murphy, where he walks into the bank and he's dressed as a white person. He says, "I need some money. Can I borrow it?" The guy's like, "Borrow it? Here, take it." That's actually how it works. So how are you going to get any of this money, right? You can't get it because they're all in the game together. But some people like me, and Putin did this in Russia, and he did it very effectively. And many Russians were very happy then, and are still happy today that he basically made things simpler. Because don't you want a simple business? You don't want it so complicated where you have all these government regulators and these banks and the central, the reserve and all these political things like getting in the way. Like, each person should get the assets that they can get, right? I mean, if they can figure out how to do it, they should do it. So with the stock market crashing, everybody's focused on the tariffs, on the stock market crashing, like it's the tariffs are connected to the stock market crashing. Well, we don't care about the tariffs, okay? Like we don't care about that stuff like makes America great again or, brings factories back. You think we're stupid? The factories aren't coming back. I mean, some will. Yeah, I shouldn't say that, but I mean, we just want the money, okay? So with the tariffs, confusing everybody, and then with deporting people, like everyone's, oh my God, they're deporting these, these Venezuelans or these poor girls that are studying for their masters. I mean, it's amazing how easy it is to get these people distracted because the whole 401k crowd, right? Everybody that's in corporate America, they're just so virtual signaling. I mean, whatever, like, we're just, fine, but you're, okay, you can't see what's going on. That's your fault. If you're losing money, if you're going to lose your job and lose your assets, it's your fault. That's America 101 and always has been. The sucker gets what they deserve. And you guys are all suckers, so you get what they deserve. Anyway, so as the market crashes, right, then they can't get the money. They're going to have to get rid of these assets. But the government's sort of in the way because a lot of stuff is regulated. So, my friend of a friend of a friend are getting rid of this government stuff, right? It frees it up. It's like fracking for these, these assets. And then people like me will get it. All I have to do to get it, to manage it, is promise that the person that gave it to me that, I show fealty and that I give them their cut. It's very simple. It's just like any other business, right? You give a cut to everybody, right? So, I'm going to give a cut to my friend, to my friend, to my friend, and I'll manage some whatever that's freed up. Maybe it's some like apartment rentals or something, or maybe it's a storage facility, or maybe it's a power line somewhere, or whatever the government manages. All these stuff can go to people like me, and we'll manage them, and we'll send up our cut. And will you notice a difference? I don't know. Not really. I mean, the only difference you'll notice is if you want to work in that, let's just say for a power substation, you'll have to come for me for a job. Don't go through the government and all this stuff, this corporate stuff. No. It's who you know. If you know the right person, you'll do well. If you don't know the right person, That's not my fault. That's up to you, right? It's not my fault if you don't get a job in corporate America the way things are, right? I mean, listen, it's whatever system you're running, whatever game or structure you're running, right? It's still each person's got to manage for themselves. So, yeah, the stock market going down, that's fantastic. I don't have my money in 401ks. My money's in cash, okay? All me and my friends, its money is in cash. And we're breaking up that your racket of just free money to park your assets and your bloated government that just really protects you, right? We all know, like, you call a government agency, they don't do anything for the public. Come on, it's just a joke, right? It's all there to protect your interest. Just like, the pharma industry, it's all there. All the FDA, they're just there to protect their interest. They're not worried about our health. Come on. So anyway, I'm going to break all that apart, and we're going to take over these assets, and then America can get strong again because we'll have these assets, and there'll be just a direct line. There won't be all these regulations, so we can do things that make sense. If everybody plays along, a lot of people will be wealthy and do well. And those that don't play along, go read some history, okay? So either play along or you don't play along. If you don't play along, it's not my fault. You made that choice, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm very happy today that the stock market is going. I want to point out, this is satire. Okay, this is satire. I don't really have any friends in these places. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time.